Welcome to our ongoing series where we talk to some of the leading voices when it comes to the marketplace. And today on the program, we'll be speaking to David Ngata, the Chief Financial Officer at the I&M Group. And we'll be discussing their latest MTN, which will be exciting for the markets. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Abby, for having me.
Indeed, back into the markets. It's been a while. Just walk us through what this MTN is all about. It's at a tune of about 20 billion Kenyan shillings, and give us some more insight into this.
The MTN is a program for 20 billion Kenyan shillings. We'll be doing this in two tranches. The first tranche, this is what we are in the market for now, is 10 billion with a green shoe option of 30%. Green shoe meaning that should the issue be subscribed, then we can accept the oversubscription and keep 3 billion more. So in total, we can raise 13 billion out of the 20 billion program.
Quite an interesting time. Talk to me about the timing. Why now? And of course, where will these funds be deployed towards good sectors in lending?
Yes, why now? So if we go back to first quarter of last year, actually end of 2024, credit in the private sector in December 2024 was contracted. And what we have seen is central bank coming to the market, and we've gone through a series of easing cycles, and we have seen credit in the private sector starting to expand. Latest numbers, March 2026, is 8.1 percentage point growth. And we want to play into that and support the private sector. And what this medium-term note does, it does two things for us. One, it's a subordinated medium-term note. It counts for our total capital, so it fortifies our capital buffers, and that way we are able to support especially our corporate investors with a bigger single or bigger limit. Then secondly, it provides us with fixed term financing for 5.5 years, and the rate for this is 12.2%, which means that we are also able to support the customers' funding needs for a longer maturity period.
And talk to me about the interest rates behind this MTN, and looking at this timeline in regards to the maturity.
Yes. So we think we believe the medium-term note offering, paying an interest of 12.2%, is very well priced. When we look at the yield curve, firstly, we did a lot of research and work with our advisors in determining this rate. We had to look at the yield curve, what similar interest instruments of similar maturity are paid, and we think we are giving a very competitive rates given especially the government securities instrument that has about 5 years tenure to maturity, what rate they're paying. Now, the other thing is we've tended to see a slightly longer duration instruments by the issuers, where especially the GOK, where it's 8, 15 years and so forth. And we think this sort of duration, 5.5 years, speaks to the demand that the investors have for an instrument with this type of tenor.
All right. And earlier on, of course, we did hear from the CEO as well, Kihara, speak highly that the market has been very resilient. We've also seen a lot of appetite coming into the market. And speaking about the market, as a bank, saw good results 2025, some impressive numbers, profit after tax of about 18 billion shillings. And looking at this trajectory for the market, how would you say that this MTN will impact on your books? And what are some of the strategies you're looking at, especially in terms of the bridge option as well?
Okay. Thank you. Yes, so the the results for 2025 speaks to how well our strategy has resonated in the market. We have seen our deposit funding growing. We have been able to grow our investment securities. We've been able to maintain, even especially on the foreign currency side, the Kenya shilling strengthened, and the loan growth, that we had was offset by that strengthening of the Kenya shilling. So how does this medium-term note help us? Is then we are able to then take that well-working strategy. I know the 2026 is the last cycle, and we've started work on the next series or next iteration of the next strategy. But with this long-term funding, we are able to take that and support our customers and with better loan growth and realizing their funding or meeting their funding needs. And that should speak to the continued growth in our interest income, funded income, as well as the overall strategy does give us room to grow our non-funded income and therefore overall profitability.
Amazing. And one big question is, so who are you targeting this time now?
Who are we targeting? So the offer is, or the issue is open to both institutional investors and retail investors. The minimum subscription amount is $500,000, and after that you can invest in multiples of 50,000. And now I think I was talking to somebody earlier, and they said $500,000, so sounds so high. But for the retail investors, I think working with the likes of yourselves, we have seen the growth in collective investment schemes where they're able to then participate that way through participate in the MTN through that avenue.
All right. And finally, just looking at the previous MTNs, what would be your assessment where the bank is? Are you confident of getting some good interest on this issuance? And how would you term previous MTNs?
Yes, so we have a long and proven track record of MTN issuance. We did have a Kenya shilling MTN issuance that matured in 2017. We came into the market, issued a US dollar issuance that matured in first quarter of last year. So we have been in the market before, and we're willing to play our part to continue deepening the financial markets. So from working with our advisors, I think there's a lot of advice the lead arrangers. They've indicated to us there's a lot of excitement, and we expect this to be a successful issuance. And we are hoping it'll be fully subscribed, even with a green shoe option.
All right. So when are you expecting the listing to happen at the belt?
So the issue is open. It closes on the 15th. And then after that, the allotment on the 18th, and the issue will start trading at the Nairobi Stock Exchange, which will starting the 21st of May. And that is actually important for us because then it does give the investors the ability to buy and sell and take positioning in the intervening period over the life of the note.
All right. Indeed, a lot to expect, and we'll see how this unfolds. And we'll be there for February.
Thank you very, very much. Welcome. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, and let's keep an eye and see how this pans out. We'll be speaking there to David Ngata, CFO at I&M Group, just giving us some insights in terms of what this MTN is all about. Plus, it's quite optimistic that the numbers are looking up. Well, that does it for us. My name is Abi Agina. Keep it locked for more updates on the marketplace.